Alright, we're back. Um, Two things. One, I got an idea after finishing the last video. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stand right here. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I got an idea after watching the last video. Actually, right here is not too bad either. But I like being able to sit on the railing up here, so bear with me just a second so I don't fall. Alright. So after the last video, I realized that I had to be specific with my description. The best and worst that I'm doing right now are WWE matches, WWE competitors, all WWE. I will later be doing a video of shoutouts for matches or other things from other companies. I'll also be doing a dishonorable mentions. Anything that would have made it onto my worst list, that'll be done on that side of things. For any matches or people who aren't WWE wrestlers. So, the other thing I realized, I chain smoke when I'm making videos. Holy fuck, there's a glare coming off my car. I can see it too. Here, we're gonna turn this way. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Don't have that bright freaking light right in my eye. So, a third thing that I realized after ending my best and worst matches video, I really was depressed. I like to go out on a high note. I'm going to reverse things. We're going to do my worst from the list, and then we'll do my best. And hopefully I can go out on happier notes than I did with the best and worst matches list. Holy fuck, I really can't find somewhere comfortable that doesn't have glaring freaking... See, there's that glare right in my freaking eye again. Okay. I think we're good now. Yeah, I really was bothered by that match, and I hope I ended it on an entertaining note. I don't want my videos to end with me being upset or ranting. So I'm going to do best after I do worst. And we'll see if the videos end a little bit better. You guys will have to tolerate some ranting, some eye rolling, some sighs and huffs, and oh my god, what were you thinkings at the beginning? But holy crap, that glare. Okay, we're gonna move down here into the shade. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. So, we're going to start my personas video. Best and worst personas. One of these is a bit of a technicality. I'll explain what I'm talking about. But my number 3 for worst personas is The Big Show. Good persona. He's basically the big guy who comes around and punches people. My problem with The Big Show is I never know if he's punching a good guy or a bad guy. His music hits every 3 to 6 months. He comes out, he knocks somebody out, and who it is that he's punching makes him either a face or a heel. And usually it's the opposite of what he came out as last time. Pick a side for him, please. I'm tired of being confused. It gives me a headache. So, my number 2 is my technicality. This is a guy who has a persona that I actually don't mind. but for this brief period of time, it seemed that his persona had something extra unpleasant about it. And I've decided to give that persona number 2 on my list of worst. And that goes to Boo or Blue Tista. I can't really put my finger on what it was when he came back for that little stint during the Yes movement. There was just something worse about him that I've decided to count that as its own separate persona and give him number 2 on my list of worst. I was also looking forward to some great competition between the Shield and Evolution. And I'm glad that he walked away and Seth Rollins got pulled up to backstab the Shield and reach the potential of his singles career. I'm happy about that. But I really didn't. I liked Batista even less during this period than I did at any other time that I was not liking him. My number 1, it's probably not really even close to number 1, but I have a reason. My reason for number 1 is because this guy is obviously capable of being successful. He has. Everybody who watches wrestling, the entire WWE universe, now has an opinion on this guy. But he had to completely get rid of the name Husky Harris to get the fans engaged. Bray Wyatt is fucking awesome. I was indifferent to Husky Harris. That comparison, the same guy under 2 personas having such different effects on the universe, that's why Husky Harris is my number 1. I love Bray Wyatt. He's fascinating, but I couldn't have cared less about Husky Harris. So, on to my my best 3 personas. I know everybody out there is going to tell me that there are people who belong on this list that aren't here. I hope at least that everybody agrees that the 3 that I have here deserve to be talked about among the best. My number 3 is The Rock. The Rock can still show up and entertain everybody when he's there. He's hilarious. He's charismatic. He's just awesome. I personally prefer the other 2 that I have written down here a bit more for a couple of reasons. My number 1, there's actually a solid, valid reason for why he deserves that spot. But we'll get to that in a minute. My number 2 is Taker. Again, I told you guys he's going to be mentioned a whole lot. Decades with pretty much the same persona. He had the American Badass for a while. He came back to the Dead Man and he stayed dominant without having to change his persona. He evolved in the ring, but he was always... He started as the Phenom, the Dead Man, and he ended 3 decades later as the Phenom, the Dead Man. That in itself is... If he hadn't done it, I would have called it impossible. But he has. if anybody else tried, I really don't think it would work. There was just something about Taker that made it something only he can do. My number one pick, like I said, there's a reason for this one. Two reasons, really. My number one is Stone Cold. My first reason is WWE almost screwed this up, and there wasn't going to be a Stone Cold. They picked up a guy for his mic skills in ECW, and they gave him a persona that didn't talk. He was a lackey, the ringmaster. You'll probably have to Google that, because I saw it in a video, and I had forgotten about it completely. But Stone Cold went to him. He said, listen, I don't want to do this. This is why you brought me on. Let me have a shot at doing what I do. They agreed, and Stone Cold, I'm pretty sure, is still number one for merchandise sales. I might be wrong. It might have changed since I checked last, but he's still up there among the top sellers. So to have somebody who almost didn't exist be the person that many fans are going, this is the guy we're behind, that's why Stone Cold takes my number one. So I was trying to end it on a high note. I just spotted my worst moments. My next video, it's going to start off kind of bad. I really can't even think of a way to end this one in a positive way after seeing that. So I'm going to finish up, and this video's all done. We'll get started on that one. And, yeah. Bye, guys.